The movie kicks off at night in Japan. Inside a building, there are various rooms where shady activities are happening, and amidst all that, a young boy walks down hallway. A woman notices him and asks what he's been up to. He answers that he's been learning an important trade. She leaves him, and the boy sits outside a room, pulling out a comic from his bag. A man then walks by, and the two clearly know each other. The man mocks the comic, saying the boy wants to be a hero. The boy heads inside and sees his mom getting dressed. She works as a prostitute. She hands him an action figure of his favorite hero, Darc, and he thanks her. Soon after, the boy hears his mom in trouble. The boy watches helplessly as his mother dies. Years later, the boy has grown into a man, now called Darc. He's just been released from prison and walks out to find a man waiting for him. This man, Lafique, was the one who helped get him out early. But Darc isn't interested in talking and walks past him. Lafique insists that Darc's help is needed. Someone named Kogakai has taken his daughter. Still, Darc keeps walking and board a bus. Lafique follows him, pestering him again when Darc gets off. He says he won't stop following him. Darc finally stops and asks what Lafique wants.
My daughter's a nurse. They got to hold up 3 weeks. Can you imagine the hell she's being put through?
What the hell do you think I can do?
Whatever the hell I can.
Sorry, can't help you.
But Darc still isn't convinced. He moves on and ends up confronting some drug dealers in an alley. He takes their drugs, rents an apartment, and starts to settle in. While smoking, he meets his outspoken neighbor, Ivy, who introduces herself. Darc, going by the name Jake, but tells her his real name is Darc. After helping her pick up her groceries, Darc finds an envelope at his door. Inside, there are pictures and a video of Lafique's kidnapped daughter. Recalling the trauma from his own mother's death, Darc decides to dump the drugs he had taken. He later shares a meal with Lafique, who fills him in on his daughter's situation. Lafique reveals that Toshi Kageyama, the man who had Darc's mother killed, is also behind his daughter's abduction. Darc's mind drifts to a flashback of when his mother tried to escape with him in tow. After hearing this, Darc agrees to help. Lafique takes him to a place where they watch Toshi's son, Shigeru, meet with a motorcycle gang. Things go sideways for Shigeru. Shigeru is thankful and invites Darc to dinner, where he offers him a spot in the Yakuza. Darc accepts, and Shigeru promises not to worry about payment. One day, Darc is working out in his apartment when Ivy knocks on his door, bringing pizza. They sit down to eat and chat. Darc's phone rings, it's Shigeru. He tells Ivy he has to go, and she leaves. Darc meets with Shigeru, and they team up to take down another motorcycle gang that has messed with Shigeru's people. Shigeru takes Darc to meet his father, Toshi Kageyama, the Yakuza boss. Darc stays calm, despite facing the man who killed his mother, and introduces himself as Jake Walters. Toshi isn't impressed at first, but after some convincing from Shigeru, he agrees to have Darc join the Yakuza, warning his son not to reveal too much about Darc. Meanwhile, Shigeru takes Darc to a strip club to unwind. While Shigeru enjoys himself, Darc roams around and runs into a woman he recognizes. Just then, a group of professional mercenaries attacks Darc. Shigeru later explains it was a test, but Darc isn't fazed. In a private room, Toshi tells Darc that as a foreigner, he'll never truly be part of the Yakuza. Darc isn't bothered, saying he's only in it for the money. When Toshi learns that Shigeru hasn't paid Darc yet, he slaps his son, then gives Darc some money, but takes part of it for damages done to the club. After they leave, Toshi asks Kanji to dig into Darc's background, suspecting there's more to him than meets the eye. Back home, the woman from the club shows up, claiming Shigeru sent her. Darc tries to turn her away, but she insists that if she doesn't stay, she'll be in trouble. He lets her in, and they share wine and pizza, the same stuff Ivy brought earlier. The woman, Lisa, reveals she's involved with Kageyama's people because her family owes him. Before she leaves, Darc gives her some money, telling her that his mother was also in the same trade and never had anything for herself. He tells Lisa to use it to buy something nice for herself. Lisa heads out with the pizza and bumps into Ivy in the hallway. Ivy gets annoyed, seeing a stranger leaving with her pizza. The next day, Kanji meets with Lafik and blackmails him by showing him a video of his daughter, pushing him to give up information on Darc. Meanwhile, Shigeru takes Darc to mess with the owners of a Chinese restaurant.
Do you know what Japanese really like?
Wait, please! We didn't mean to do it!
This will always...
While the woman begs him, saying the 888 triad made them do it. Shigeru warns them that Kogakai owns the territory, then leaves with their money. Next, they head to the 888 gang.
Please, I'm under arms.
Later, Lafik passes on some info about Darc to Kanji, but it doesn't include Darc's childhood. Darc, starting his revenge, shows up at Toshi's place and takes out all the men.
Throat slit, Darc boy.
He demands to know where Lafik's daughter, Renee, is. But Toshi just insults Darc's dead mother. Lisa walks in and sees everything. She tells Darc to knock her out too, so no one knows she was involved, and Darc agrees. Afterward, Darc goes home, but soon men show up looking for him, using the info from Lafik. Ivy grabs a shotgun, but Darc tells her they're just his business associates. Darc is taken to their headquarters, where Kanji interrogates him and beats him up pretty badly. It's only when Shigeru shows up that Darc is let go. Later, Shigeru and Kanji head to meet Ginzo Kageyama, Shigeru's grandfather. During their meeting, Ginzo tells Shigeru and Kanji to figure out who was behind Toshi's murder. Darc goes home, but Ivy demands answers. When she sees his injuries, she brings him into her apartment to take care of him. He apologizes to her. Shigeru meets Lafik and asks who was behind his father's murder. Lafik points to Lee from the 888 gang. Shigeru presents Lee's head to his grandfather, saying Lee confessed before he died. Ginzo praises Shigeru, but has doubts about the whole situation, especially since he suspects Darc. The next morning, Darc wakes up and warns Ivy that she's not safe being connected to him. Elsewhere, Toshi's tattooed skin is being flayed and delivered to Ginzo, along with the dirt on Darc. Shigeru gets a call with the truth about Darc, and he's shocked by the betrayal. Lafik manages to track down Darc and warns him that Renee's about to be killed at the port. Lafik rushes there and demands Kanji tell him where his daughter is.
You were warned what would happen to her if you ever lied to us. Are you fucking insane?
When he goes to rescue Renee, he finds out it's actually Lisa. He tells Lisa to run and get away. Meanwhile, in a fit of rage, Shigeru storms into Ivy's apartment and starts beating her up, demanding info on Darc. Darc shows up just in time to save her and fights Shigeru's men, but Shigeru grabs Ivy and holds a knife to her throat. He orders Darc to kneel before him and threatens to kill her. Darc lets himself be caught, but Shigeru still kills Ivy. Darc is taken to see Ginzo at the Yakuza headquarters. Ginzo tells him he knows exactly who Darc is and is confused as to how he managed to escape and survive. Ginzo taunts him, saying he doesn't remember all the men he's killed, but he remembers the women because there's something special about them. He then calls for Shigeru and says that while he's stupid, avenging his father's death is his duty. Shigeru continues to beat Darc in front of Ginzo, who orders his son to kill Darc. Shigeru drags Darc away. While being hauled off, Darc crosses paths with Renee, who's being taken to see Ginzo. In the car, Darc...
Jake.
Ginzo gets a call, informing him about Darc's escape. He knows Darc is coming for Renee. Killing anyone Ginzo sends his way until he finally reaches Ginzo's office. There, he holds Renee hostage and forces Darc to stab himself if he wants her to live. Darc follows the order and stabs himself. When Ginzo, satisfied, walks closer, Darc fights back and stabs him in the neck. He collapses from blood loss, but Renee, who's a nurse, manages to save his life. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you didn't like it, hit the dislike button twice, just to be sure. I'd recommend watching the entire movie for the full experience. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more videos like this.